Hey everybody, I'm back again with another story about our lives. I love doing these stories to get, certain things that we experience out there for you guys to hear and hear, if you guys have experienced the same thing. So today I'm going to talk about having a twin pregnancy and losing one of the twins. So our fourth pregnancy was a twin pregnancy and we lost baby A. So I'm going to start from the beginning and go into our story. So April 9th of 2015, I wasn't feeling good. I was actually really, really sick to the point where I was pretty much stuck in bed. A lot of back pain, just was not feeling good. So after a while, I couldn't take it anymore. I went to the ER and they informed me that I had a kidney infection, a really bad one. And so they, checked for pregnancy, and they were like, well, did you know you're pregnant? And I was like, no. And so they informed me, which was shocking. And so they said, since, you're pregnant and this kidney infection is so bad, we're going to have to keep you here, for a night or two because we need to give you IV antibiotics to make sure that you get the full antibiotic and it goes into your system faster. So I was like, okay, Well, at that point, I found out the hospital was on overload. So there was absolutely no rooms left at this hospital and any other surrounding hospitals either. I don't know what was going on. It was, people just were sick, I guess. So they put me in an ER room with like 4 other people in this big room with curtains in between us. Wasn't fun at all. I did not sleep at all that night. Anyway, so they go, okay, well, we're going to get you an ultrasound. And what was so crazy was that was April 9th. March 19th, I had a cyst removed from my ovaries. So I was put under, I was sedated, and that's why I was like, wait, so what, I'm pregnant? And so I went in for the ultrasound, and I'm by myself because my husband was with my kids. The ultrasound tech says, oh, does twins run in your family? And I said, no, we don't have a single set of twins on my side of the family. And she goes, well, it does now. And I looked at her, having 3 kids already, and I said, that's not funny. And she goes, no, look. And sure enough, it was twins, fraternal twins. So I was shocked. I could not believe it. So time goes on, and I kept having bleeding throughout the pregnancy. And I was actually in the hospital for 5 days for the kidney infection. Long 5 days. And so I just, I kept spotting off and on, and they kept telling me, that's normal with a twin pregnancy. But then I found out later on that there was a tear in the placenta. And they said, oh, it'll heal itself. It's not a big deal. I'm like, okay, because of course this is my first go around with a twin pregnancy, so I don't know, I don't know. So, I, go along with the pregnancy. They do a really big ultrasound between 10 and 12 weeks. It has to be done by 12 weeks to get accurate results. And they measure a bunch of stuff. And so they do the measurements and all that. And it was supposed to be an hour-long ultrasound. And the ultrasound was maybe, I would say, 15 minutes. And so I had a lot going on. We were in the middle of moving, getting ready to move, and we had a lot going on. So my mind was just everywhere. Well, when it only took 15 minutes, I was like, well, that was weird. So then the ultrasound tech leaves and says, the high-risk doctor will be in shortly. So the high-risk doctor comes in and says, hey, did you know that you miscarried one of the twins? And I said, no. And she goes, well, it looks like one passed within the last 2 weeks or so. And I said, oh, okay. And all I could think about was, what about the other twin? What's going to happen to that twin? And she says, now, 98% of the time, the pregnancy goes on as a normal pregnancy, and the baby dissolves, baby A dissolves, and your body will just absorb the baby, and the pregnancy will go on just fine. But still, I was really worried because I was like, well, I don't want, something to happen to the other baby too. And it was just, I did not know what to think. I never had been through a miscarriage before, and I've never been through a twin pregnancy before, so I had no idea what to think. So I left, the doctor's office. My husband was on his way home from work. I go home, and I'm just like so upset because I don't know what to think. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know anything, And so 2 weeks later, I had an ultrasound for an early gender scan at 14 weeks. And I really did not want to see the screen if the other baby was going to still be in there, because I just didn't want to be reminded of it. And on top of that, we had our oldest daughter with us, our 8-year-old, going to come with us because we let her do the big sister thing and come with us to see the ultrasound. So I didn't want her to ask any more questions because we had already told our kids that it was twins, and so we had to explain to them what happened. So I told the ultrasound tech at the time, because we had went and paid for it at this place, please kind of stay away from that area if you see anything. And he was really nice. He was really good about it. He did go over it and show us, that there wasn't very much left of the sac at that point, and that was only 2 weeks later. And it could take up until you're 21 weeks or around there for that usually to dissolve all the way. So it had dissolved pretty quickly, which made me feel, relieved a little bit, because I felt it was less of a risk of it hurting the other baby if the placenta had dissolved faster. So it dissolved, and baby B, which is now my 6-month-old baby, completely fine. I had no issues at all through the entire pregnancy. She is here. She's healthy. It was a safe delivery. Everything went perfect after the baby dissolved, baby A. So that is my miscarriage story, and I know that it happens often that one twin won't make it and one will. And so if you're in that situation, just know that the other baby, 9 times out of 10, will be just fine. So I hope this helped you guys, that any of you that are suffering from a loss of a twin. And I hope that you realize that sometimes, one of the twins won't make it due to issues, that they may have at birth. So sometimes it is for the best, even though that's hard to soak in and realize at the time that you're finding this out. But just keep your head up, because we have a 6-month-old happy little girl, and my pregnancy went fine. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped, and have a great day. Bye.